to, doing what we need to do, staying up all night, everything is alright.
Hey, what is up everyone? It is Milan and welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to be talking about the Trisha Paytas drama that has gone on as of recently with Jefree Star and Jefree Star's hairdresser, weirdly enough. So I have watched all of the videos and gathered all of the information together so you don't have to. So yeah, definitely let me know your opinion of this whole thing once you've watched the entire video, because I would honestly like to know. So let's get into it. Okay, so basically to start, how this all began was really weird. So Jefree Star's hairdresser and Trisha Paytas and Jefree Star all went on a trip together to Las Vegas last year. So Trisha Paytas recently came out and basically said the reason why she wasn't close friends with Jefree Star anymore, and that was because she just didn't like the way that he treated her while they were in Vegas together. Apparently he was like fat shaming her, just being like really rude to her and mean to her in general. She just got like really bad vibes the whole trip and just wanted to go home. So she finally came out and said that in her TikToks, I believe. And for some reason, this video made Jefree Star's hairdresser respond to her in an Instagram live. So in the Instagram live, his hairdresser basically was calling Trisha all of these really terrible names, basically just making it very clear that what Trisha was saying was true, because he was not really doing himself any favors. He called her a walrus, he called her fat, he told her that she had warts on her face. And okay, if you want to get my opinion on Trisha Paytas personally, I have done quite a lot of videos on her in the past, so you can go watch those for my own personal opinion on her. But I think this treatment towards her is just terrible, honestly, and I do not think that she deserves it at all. And the only reason why this guy is coming at her is because she talked openly and truthfully about her experience with Jefree Star. And so things escalated in the Instagram live video. It went from him just insulting her and just saying like really rude, terrible things about her appearance and things like that, to then threatening her, basically saying that he was gonna beat her up, saying that like he's coming for her essentially and that she better like watch her back, which is like, okay, like, all right. Apparently these threats are serious because he has behaved like violently or something in the past. So Trisha is on TikTok basically like freaking out about this, saying like, this guy's threatening me, he's saying he's gonna beat me up, like he's saying that he's gonna drag me. It's not funny, sorry, I couldn't believe his Instagram live. It was just so ridiculous and so stupid. And basically his thought process was that how could Trisha be saying such bad things? She didn't really say that bad of things about Jefree Star. She just said what we all already knew. But she basically just said the truth about her experience, and this guy did not like it. And he basically said like, how could you say all of these things about Jefree when he paid for your flight to Vegas, he paid for the hotel, he paid for all of these things for all of us to go out there. Basically like insinuating that because someone does something for you, you're like tied to them for the rest of eternity and you can't have any opinions or say on, like, you can't talk about how they treated you or say anything bad about them ever, which is like an interesting idea to have about relationships in general. It kind of like sheds light on this guy's like beliefs and stuff, because like, okay, if someone buys you something but then punches you in the face, like, are you still gonna be thankful for them? Are you still going to be like, oh my god, thank you so much for buying me something and then decking me in the face, my lord? No, like that's just stupid. So that was like his first issue that he had with Trisha. And then he went on to say that while they were in Vegas, he actually put together like 2 wigs for Trisha and that she never paid him, which Trisha ends up showing like text message receipts and a Venmo receipt of her paying him like during that time period. So that part was not true. Apparently he was just making it up, I guess, which led me to believe that this guy is sort of just wanting to start drama with Trisha, because Trisha, as we all know, is a troll, and Trisha, when she has drama surrounding her, it gets a lot of attention usually. And I feel like this hairstylist guy saw that and has seen that from Trisha and is basically trying to like check in his clout, like trying to cash in his clout check basically by starting all of this drama with her, because like I had never even heard of this guy before until now. Like I don't watch Jefree Star, so maybe that's why. Maybe if you watch Jefree, you would have known about this guy. But it just seems like a really big reach, because one, she paid you for your services, so why are you saying that she didn't if she did? She complained about his wigs being really expensive, which I was like, yeah, oh my god, because he made 2 wigs for her and it was $4,000. Now, I'm not like a wig person. I don't know what wig costs. I feel like a good wig would be like $300-500 max, but $4,000 for 2 wigs, that just sounds crazy. So when she was talking about Jefree, basically like talking about her experience with the hairstylist and Jefree, she added in that the hairstylist guy was like treating her really meanly as well, and that she felt like he upcharged her a lot for these wigs, because Trisha like wears wigs and hair extensions a lot, so I feel like she would know normal prices for wigs and stuff. And Trisha Paytas is like a big spender, so if she was to get wigs and her say that they were expensive, like yeah, they're gonna be expensive. That girl spends like $50,000 like it's nothing. So like I don't know. After making all these threats to Trisha, he doxes her phone number, which like wow, that's so messed up. Like I don't know. I was like, wow, okay. He doxed her phone number and then he doxed her company name, which like I don't really know why that would be important to anyone. Like I don't know why anyone would want to know that, but that's what he did. And then Trisha goes on her TikTok and is like freaking out about this, like talking about the whole situation and everything. And then she shows text messages between her and her security guard, because she has to have security because she's had like a lot of scares and stuff, and people have like stolen her cars, broken in, done all this stuff. So she texts her security guard a photo of this hairstylist guy and is basically like, hey, can you please like be on lookout for this guy because he's making these threats and like I'm worried that he's going to like actually try something. And in the text message thread, the security guard like responds back and was like, oh, I saw that guy here yesterday. Actually, he was out front of her house. He like pulled up in a black car, was out front of her house, and then started taking pictures of her house, which is like, I don't know, that might just be to like scare her, but at the same time, like if a random person that like I met once showed up to my house and took pictures and like was threatening me, I would be pretty worried. Now like I don't know if she needs to be worried about this guy, but the threats that he's made alone are like good enough cause to be on high alert and like be sort of worried. Then we ask the question, well, what is Jefree Star doing? Has Jefree Star done anything? Has Jefree Star stepped in? Has Jefree Star said anything to Trisha or basically tried to like remedy this whole situation? Well, in classic Jeffree Star fashion, no, he basically is not. Basically dipped out and said like, I am not my brother's keeper. Not literally, but that's basically what he said. Like, I'm not my brother's keeper. Like, sorry, I apologized to you like months ago and you never responded back to my text. So like, don't know what you want me to do about this. But just because my close friend hairstylist guy is like threatening you and like being insane, like I don't have to do anything about it. So like, tough cookies, sorry. Which, I mean, what did we expect? It's Jeffree Star. Obviously he wasn't going to do anything. He literally doesn't care about anybody. And once Trisha came out with these comments basically talking badly about him, in Jeffree Star's eyes, it's like, okay, F her, let's move along. Like, she's out of the little friend group. Which, let's just talk about Jeffree Star and like his friends, because it's so like funny to me that Jeffree Star's only friends nowadays are people that work for him, people that he hires, like his assistants or his hairdressers or his makeup artists. Like, those are the only friends that he has, because everyone else on YouTube and just like in the like YouTuber scene in general, I feel like has completely cut ties with him, and they're just like, no thank you, I don't want anything to do with Jeffree Star. So he just has to pay people to be friends with him, and he obviously does not choose like good people to be around, because the fact that this hairstylist is like coming out and saying all these like terrible, like really nasty, just like mean, really like evil spirited comments to Trisha, just shows what kind of people Jeffree Star keeps around him and like has in his little inner circle. Because you best believe if Jeffree Star's hairstylist has enough like courage and like to say things like this, then you know that Jeffree Star and him are talking like this all of the time, because like, yeah, it just, that's how friends work. So yeah, Jeffree Star was just like, oh, keep me out of this. And then so it's like, okay, Jeffree Star and Shane are still like BFFs. They scammed everyone with that freaking palette, and they're still like very close friends apparently. So it's like, all right, Trisha and Shane have been friends way longer than Shane and Jeffree have been friends for. So shouldn't Shane like sort of be putting himself in the middle of this, like talking to Jeffree, like telling him to like reel it in, having his hairstylist guy, like, I don't know, like you would just expect Shane to do or say something, anything. But Trisha actually talks about this on her TikTok. Sorry, I have a fuzz on my nose. Trisha brought this up in her TikToks, basically saying like, okay, like Jeffree isn't standing up for me, but like, what about my other friends? Like, I don't like Shane Dawson, but Trisha has stood up for Shane Dawson during all of these like cancellations that he's had and all of this drama that he's gone through, rightfully so. But she has like been there for him. She has not bashed him or like stepped away from their friendship. But when Trisha is in hot fire and basically like being threatened by your best friend's hairstylist, like one of your best friend's hairstylist, someone that I'm sure you probably have like been around, you've probably spent time with them as well, because I mean, I'm sure Shane Dawson knows this guy. I'm sure Shane Dawson has been around this guy. I don't really know if they have any sort of like friendship or if they've even met each other. If you know information about that, I honestly would like to know, because I don't know, it just seems weird to me that this would be like one of Jeffree Star's close friends, the hairstylist, and then Shane Dawson being so close with Jeffree. Like, I'm sure they know each other. I'm sure Shane probably has this guy's phone number. So it's just like, wow, what a spineless freaking creature that Shane Dawson is, because he really is not going to stand up for Trisha. Like, I don't know, it's really shitty. Like, I feel bad for Trisha, because it's one thing to like lose a friend, but it's another thing to lose a friend because they chose someone else over you when you've been there for them like countless times, and then when it's their turn to show out for you, like, they're just not there. But again, Shane Dawson has showed us his true colors recently, and like, I don't know, I'm not surprised by this. Shane Dawson and Jefree Star are basically like meant for each other at this point, because they're basically the same person. Like, I don't know. I feel bad for Trisha. I feel bad that she has to go through this whole situation. Like, she does not deserve to be threatened and just have all these terrible things said to her just because she wanted to like say her piece about her experience in Vegas. Like, really, it's all over that. So that's just why I think that this hairstylist guy is like really trying to get some of that Trisha Paytas clout, because like, when you look at everything, it's just like, this really isn't that big of a deal. Either the hairstylist guy is just a complete psycho and like wants to fight anyone that says something bad about him, or he's just really trying to get like his limelight and trying to be talked about. So that's why we're not going to say his name. The only person that has stood up for Trisha so far is H3, which I thought was really nice, because when like your supposed best friend, i.e. Shane Dawson, won't even stick out his neck for you or like try to stop all of this stuff from going on, like, it's really nice that at least someone was there for her. And you know, Ethan Klein and Trisha are like soon to be brother sister-in-law, I think, because she is engaged to Ila's brother. So yeah, he basically came out and like talked about this whole situation, like saying how wrong that this is, and just like saying what we're all thinking and what we're all saying. So I feel bad for Trisha, but at least she has someone in her ring. Hopefully this does not turn into a bigger thing. That guy would honestly be crazy to like show up to her house and try to fight her, because that's just like, I don't know, that's just like, that's so stupid. Especially, what are they, like all in their 30s? This is some high school drama type of shit, and it's so stupid. Like, you're really gonna pull up to her house and start to fight her? Like, Miss Thing, like, don't you have a career? Don't you have anything like good going on in your life? Why are you gonna try to fight someone? Unless, like I said already, you're just trying to get some clout, which isn't even good clout. People just don't like you. So yeah, so that is basically all that has gone on as of recently. If more happens, I will definitely make a video about it. But yeah, let me know you guys' opinion on this whole situation. If you like which side you're on. If you're on Jefree Star's side, like, that doesn't really make any sense. If you're on this hairstylist guy's side, maybe just don't comment, actually. Because, like, sorry, sometimes you just have the wrong opinion, and if you're on that side, that's just, you're just wrong. So yeah, that's gonna be the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Definitely let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and I will see you in my next video. Okay, bye guys.